So because I work a full-time job, we have not been making as much progress on the FRS as I would like to. But like they say, you can't rush perfection, and although we're not striving for perfection, I'm trying to do everything right so we can get as close to it. The last several days, I've been in the garage, setting up my paint booth, getting my filtration down, in prep for spraying primer. And as any auto body tech will tell you, painting a car is all in the prep work. But as a newbie to everything painting wise on a car, I'm going to do my best to explain things, my thought process, the tech data sheets, techniques, so that maybe you might have the confidence that I once didn't have to paint your own car at home.
So that was a fucking lie.
So I know I didn't show you guys every step of the process of getting this painted, but if there's anything that I can tell you, it's that it was a bitch and a half. From having to respray multiple panels, I think even one of the fenders 4 to 5 times due to my own stupid errors, I have finally finished the FRS. I think I officially got done painting everything around the March timeframe. With bodywork and how it goes, there was a lot of mistakes that I had made that I tried to correct, which I wouldn't have been able to correct if it weren't for my good friend David walking me through every step of the way. I mean, not only did we have to paint the car, but I had to reassemble the interior and make sure that it was just drivable. And I think we're pretty much at that point now. Still rocking the good old RPF ones. You guys know I wouldn't run any other wheel on this car. And if you know anything about Rocket Bunny specs that you will need for your wheels, you will know that I have a 2-inch spacer on the rear. This is an 18 by 10.5 plus 15 with, I think, actually it's like 60 millimeters worth of spacer, so there's still a little bit of sink with regards to the fitment to the fender. But overall, I can't complain with how she sits. Just, isn't it something to see this car in this state? Never in a million years would I have thought that I would have tackled how to paint a frickin' car and make it look this decent. You know, these Rocket Bunny kits fetch a pretty penny, and I told myself when it came down to getting this car finished, I wanted to make it stand out, not only on the street, but out on the track. I don't think I've seen any Rocket Bunny FRS drift cars. I mean, with at least the Rocket Bunny V3 fenders. The way that I've phrased it to all of my friends and family is that for several years when I first got into drifting, I didn't care how my car looked. I just wanted to drive to become a better driver. I was all about the seat time and didn't give 2 craps about what the car looked like. But now that I've, maybe matured a little bit, I told myself I want to completely change my own style. Going from more of the drift missile type to something that I can be proud of. And if I end up damaging something, wanting and desiring to fix it and put it back to its original state. And with this car, the way it sits now, I wouldn't change a single thing. Yeah, even though I've been thinking about future mods for it. But now I'm at a point to where I want to take pride in what I put out to the world. And since this was my first ever drift car that I will never, ever sell, I intend to keep it that way. So here, let me go ahead, show you a few things that you guys might not have known. And for those of you that are new to the channel, a general walk around. So this is a 2013 Scion FRS with the Rocket Bunny V3 wide body kit. Some external aesthetic mods. I upgraded to the 2017 taillights, which to me are the best looking taillights on the platform. Some Rex Speed wide angle side view mirrors, perfect for when you want to see your buddies in tandem getting up on your door. Genuine, yes I said genuine TRD fender vents. For what they are, those are kind of pricey, but I think complement the front end very well, especially with the lines of the wide body. Got Spec D headlights. Shout out to Spec D for sending me these however many years ago. They're still in perfect working order. I didn't put the Rocket Bunny lip on. I like the look without the lip, and since I'm static and not bagged, because bags are for groceries, if I had that lip on there, I guaranteed I will rip it off on accident pulling up into a parking lot or something. It has a staggered set of NK RPF 1s in the SBC color. You will not find me running any other color besides SBC. And before I know you guys, I'm gonna make the comment that I'm not running a bash bar or bumper bar in the rear. I have a True Focus Fab 1 that I just need to finish up painting and install. Getting on into the interior. Look at that. I have a 6-point FD spec roll cage, Cusco by Bride seats, Sparco steering wheel, nameless handbrake, and one of the most important features of this car is I still retained AC and heat, you know, for that drift daily status. It's pretty bare bones on the inside. Really haven't touched it outside of installing some interior lighting that turns on when I open up the door of the car. But however many months, or honestly at this point years, you might remember us painting the whole interior Nardo gray. My buddy Brandon Burnham did all this work for me, came out super nice, especially in comparison to how me and my buddies, when I lived in Orlando, tackled painting the cage with roll-on paint. So it's miles above and beyond what it used to look like. Shout out to the Orlando homies though for all the help doing it. Let's see, suspension mods include Parts Shop Max coilovers, 8K front, 6K rear, Parts Shop Max angle kit, Parts Shop Max dual rear caliper knuckle with a set of their good old Z32 calipers. Oh boy, look at that curb rash. Perfect, huh? And then on into the engine. Undo these hood latches here. The good old FA20 with a Speed by Design 500X turbo kit. Fortunately, I can't hold the hood up because these bum-ass hood struts won't hold it up. Have an MA Performance oil cooler that I custom routed into the opening on the Rocket Bunny front bumper. To me, if I didn't utilize this hole, huge hole in the front bumper for anything but an oil cooler, then I was doing Rocket Bunny and this car a disservice. So I'm super pumped with how that turned out. The car is running a Moto East, or I don't know what they're called now, but a flex fuel kit, so we can get that good old corn running through its veins. But unfortunately, for the last couple weeks of me just daily driving it to make sure that it runs good, it's been leaning out a bit. So there's gonna be some little adjustments that I'll have to get with HRI Tuning. I don't know if he's still in business anymore. I hope he is. I wouldn't want anyone else to tune the car. You know, everyone doubts the FA20's reliability when it comes to being turbo or supercharged. And I'm not saying that I have any engine swap planned in the future, but this car sat in the garage for upwards of 2 years not being driven. I think I just want to enjoy driving it for now. And when it's running good, I love driving it. So why change what's not broken? I don't know, that's just the optimist in me telling me that I gotta keep telling myself that nothing's gonna happen to this FA20 because I don't want anything to happen to this FA20. That's the beautiful part about this house. I got the garage and then my own little carport for the car. You know, to protect it from the harsh elements, even though it's still gonna be exposed to that Florida sideways rain. So on that note, that's really all I have for you guys. For those of you that have stuck around, can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know we've been all over the place with the videos, starting the new channel and all that. So just bear with me. You know, I'm not going anywhere. I promise. I just appear in and out every now and then. But I promise you guys, we're gonna make something great of all of this. Having this car done just is the turning point. Trust me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.